Good morning. It looks like the Democrats might control the Senate. This is the Be Progressive Show. I am Brandon Neal. It is 6 in the morning, and I got up early to finish covering. We tried to do a live show last night, didn't work out. Had some audio issues, had to dump out for the night. But I got up this morning and I saw that looks like they've already called it for Warnock, and Ossoff is winning by what appears to be around 16,000 votes, if I glanced at that and done my math correctly, somewhere in that neighborhood. 98% have reported in, and it looks like we're probably going to hold on to this lead. The remaining votes were from heavy Democratic areas anyway, so it looks like we're going to hold on and win. So sorry, Kelly, it looks like people prefer radical liberal Warnock. Radical liberal. Radical liberal. Did you make yourself sound like a fucking moron for no reason and then you got beat? Yeah, it's because your stupid scare tactics. Like radical liberal, radical socialist, socialist, communist, which is all you morons say. It didn't really work out for you because no one believes your horse shit. It's because your hyperbole has been over the top for so long that no one listens to you. No one cares about that shit. People don't want a fucking $800 million, rich bitch that fucking insider trades, Get fucked. You're out. Bye. Get out. Don't let the door hit you in the way out. Go cry in your mansion. So, I called it a couple days ago. I said both of these candidates will win, and I explained why at that point, and it was because Trump was a poison pill to this race from the very beginning. After all of the fraud, the conspiracy theories, and the Sidney Powells, and the Rudy Giuliani's, and the Jenna Ellis, and the complete, utter nonsense of Lynn Wood, you have ruined this race for the Republican Party, Donald Trump. You had your lawyers go down there and say it was all rigged and it was the biggest rigged election in the history of rigged elections. And then you turned right around and told people to go down there and vote for those two senators with the same voting equipment. Lynn Wood and Sidney Powell told people, do not even vote. If you're a Republican, do not vote in this race. It's rigged. So you had that nonsense. You had Trump's, wavering support of these candidates. One day he would send them a veiled attack because he didn't think they were fighting for him hard enough. And the next day he would praise them, and then he would do rallies for them. He did a couple, but it would just be about him, and he wouldn't really even talk about them. Trump will never miss an opportunity to come stand on a stage and talk about himself. So that's what happened there. But yeah, he was a poison pill to this race, and it was doomed from the start. And that's what I said a couple days ago. I said I really honestly believe both these Democrats are going to win because of that, and I honestly do not believe that either one of these Democrats would have won had it not been for such chaos and craziness. Had this just been another state Senate race, or just a regular race that wasn't really tied to the presidential election and the fraud claims and all that kind of garbage, had it just been a regular state election for their senators, I don't think that either one of those Democrats would have won. But Stacey Abrams, as much as I don't particularly like people like Stacey Abrams that are corporate neo-libs that really are as much of a problem most of the time as Republicans are, but I will give it to Stacey Abrams for getting people out to vote in Georgia. She did do a really good job there. So, praise has to go to her on that. So, well, it looks like we, can now say officially minority leader Mitch McConnell. And no, it's not. I said officially. It's not official yet. Warnock's been called, but Ossoff has not. Kelly Loeffler, of course, says she's going to fight it because she's got $1 zillion in her purse and she can just willy-nilly pay for recounts. But this isn't going to work. So looks like they both are going to end. Both of these Democrats are going to win this election. So that's that. But today, I've been up too late. Today, we have the Mike Pence is going to be certifying the election today, counting the ballots, and the instant that he does that and just does as he's supposed to do, he will be teleported to the deep state, and he will be hated by the MAGAverse. But all this big rally that's all the Trumpers are coming to the to Washington to protest the Stop the Steal and or whatever bullshit they made up that day. And they're not there really for the president. They're not really there for the election. These guys are there to cause violence. That's what they like to do. The right-wing thugs are always the violent ones. And so everyone, all the Trumpers have went to D.C., right? And last night, the Proud Boys and the police got into a massive scuffle, and there wasn't a leftist Antifa member in sight. So now I want to hear your excuses, because it's always Antifa that starts the problem, starts the fights, but they weren't there last night. Nobody was there. So what is it, right-wing MAGA? What is it, Proud Boys? I didn't think you were violent. I thought you cared about blue lives, and here you are fighting with them. The whole blue live cop worship thing is going down the tubes quickly for the Republican Party, or at least for the MAGAverse. You see it on Parler, you see it on Twitter, you see it right here, and they're done with the cops. The cops are going to start actually defending and doing, they're mad at the police because the police are actually doing their jobs and keeping people away and doing what they're supposed to do. All these police officers are. But the left hates the police when they kill fucking people. There's a big difference. And these guys are just there to cause problems, and these cops are not having it. And so I just wanted to point that out. Not a leftist or an Antifa person in sight. So it's a fucking American Plaza. So, I guess blue lives don't matter to MAGA Proud Boys. But we all know that. So anyway, the 6th today in D.C. this afternoon, evening is probably going to get very violent. And like I said before, there's really no reason for any leftist, Antifa, anybody, any liberals of any kind, anybody on the left that opposes the Proud Boys, they really shouldn't even be there. No reason to be there. You're candidate one in the presidency. We just possibly, most likely, took the Senate. Why be there? Don't be there. Don't show up. And if you don't, like you didn't last night, this is what happens. Proud Boys are there to fight. They're there to get their, tiny penis aggressions out. And if you're not there to fight them, they'll fight the police. Just don't show up. There's no reason. We won. Let them cry and fight in the streets and do whatever it is they're going to do. So, either way. So, anyway, I will be on tonight at 7 o'clock live as usual. And we will cover what happened with the Pence thing. And we're going to be covering any of the MAGA riots that are going to be happening in D.C. So, anyway, we'll see you all tonight. I'm Brandon Neal. This is the Be Progressive Show.